Harish Salve and Maxwell Perera, former Joint Commissioner of Police in Delhi, joining this debate tonight. Before I come to you, Mr. Salve, Maxwell Perera, do you think it is practical and feasible to do away with all these traffic obstacles that routinely accompany VVIP movement?
I can't hear.
Mr. Perera, can you hear me? Well, I'll try and get Mr. Perera in just a minute. Harish Salve, this may be popular, but is it practical?
Arnab, if Tony Blair, who was the architect of UK joining the war on terror and therefore one of the most prime targets for the terrorists, could travel by tube in London with 2 private securities, if the Queen of England can travel on the streets of London, if for the most the US President in Washington doesn't close roads, and even if he does in other cities or in Washington at times, it's for like a minute only for the President. If US Supreme Court judges can move freely about in Washington, I don't think there is any real reason why at this distance of time we have still not been able to make central Delhi, where most of the VIP movement takes place, a safe enough place for the VIPs to move around without stopping the rest of the people. I mean, what have we done in the last 10 years? When did 9/11 happen and where are we today? What have we done in all these years? I can understand as an immediate reaction to terrorism, you first start closing the roads till you make alternative arrangements. But
Are you saying security is an excuse? Are you saying security is an excuse?
Of course, it's a soft option. It's a soft option. For security, what do you want to do? Simplest thing is shut down all the roads. And I hate this word sanitize, because they fumigate us from the roads, I suppose. That's why they use the word sanitize.
Maxwell Perera, is security the excuse?
I love to hear this debate because there is no debate at all. I entirely agree with Harish Salve on this, because as a person who looked after Delhi's traffic for more years than I would like to remember, I'm totally with this point of view. We cannot compromise public convenience. We should not close the roads. Yes, but at the same time, do we also go about, compromising the security aspect or the movement of VIPs, which is needed? I totally agree. We need to bring in a culture of the VIPs not demanding this kind of a service. But then the kind of traffic which is there today, Delhi has a traffic volume that beats the total of all other metros in the city. And year after year, there are more than 1,200 vehicles coming every day on the road. New vehicles coming on Delhi's roads. Now, this is the scenario. It's nice to think of compare UK and USA. It's very nice. But then, are we in UK or USA? Are we the same people who obey the rules? There the norm is 9 people out of 10 or maybe 99 people out of 100. They obey the traffic rules, and the single aberrator can be told toe the line, or get penalized. Here the norm is more than 99
so why blame the people?
Violate.
No, why blame the people? Why blame the people? Yeah. Maxwell Perera, why blame?
No, it's okay.
Why
don't
blame
take
people?
it as a blame the people. I'm not blaming the people. I'm giving you a situation. Please do not interrupt. Let me complete. If you want a debate, you'll have a debate.
Yeah, look at the other side of the story as well. Yeah.
Let me explain. Yeah, who is complaining? Who is blaming the people? We are blaming. Every one of us has to blame ourselves. Because we do not have that culture which is there elsewhere of discipline. We are a totally indisciplined people, and that is why. And I told your newspaper yesterday, I commented on this one, when there is a prime minister, former prime minister who dies, your paper did not have him on the front page. The news was not on the front page. It was on the 14th page.
Sir, I am asking you a question about movement of traffic.
Culture.
No, I'm asking you a question about movement
Yes,
of
this
traffic.
movement of traffic
and my
was
limited point.
related to that.
So 1 minute.
This movement of traffic was related to the funeral of a former Prime Minister.
Yes, and so?
Yes.
So?
We are so insensitive that we get worked up of our inconvenience without being sensitive to the real needs.
Oh,
to
Mr.
be-
Max.
Mr.
Pereira, I'm sorry.
Mr. That's a direct charge of insensitivity
My
you're making.
convenience
and
is more
right to
important than
respond.
VIP movement to me. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Yes, Mr. Salve.
I'm sorry.
Harish, you have represented the
you
police.
cannot force patriotism down people's
I have
throats.
all respect for your sensitivity.
No, but you're making a bigger point here today, Harish.
I'm sorry, you cannot force patriotism down people's throat. If today people are angry, it is because of frequent stoppage of traffic, and it is complete apathy of Delhi police. If you have the death of, if you have the funeral in which it is inevitable to stop traffic, it doesn't require more than a pea-sized brain to know that there are people going to be going there. So it would have been no revelation if people of Delhi had been told, please avoid road A, B and C during these hours, and the VIPs had been requested, will you please stay on these 4 roads? I mean, the point is there any sensitivity in our police? Do they even worry about what's going to happen to the common man, or is it route lagane ka hai, laga deo? Who cares? I mean, people come just shoo them away.
I totally
and we are
agree with
shooed
you,
away from
Harish.
the road.
I totally agree with you. Yeah, warning. That is normally what is done by the police. I do not know the circumstances. I've retired from this police force 8 years ago. And I do not know the circumstances under which, if it was not informed, I am not aware of this. I would
Pereira.
expect the police to have informed the people the routes.
Mr.
Number
Pereira,
one,
why not?
the police
Why
have gone
can't
to
we
the
have-
extent of also requesting the government that the movement should be by helicopter of VIPs for such incidents.
So who
we have requested,
exactly.
in fact,
So when do the VIPs respond to a movement?
We have
No, one second.
requested the government to
Mr. Pereira,
have the movement by helicopter.
Mr. Pereira, in our culture, most unfortunately, which we have created, our culture has become my question is about first right of way is that, unfortunately, of the VVIP. And the rest of the people are expected to accommodate around that. Let me say it, I take what Harish Salve says and I take it forward. Suppose there's an event happening in X place. And we say VVIPs are going there. VVIPs will have to change their routes to reach the place in order not to inconvenience the rest of the people. Therefore, security will be maintained, but the VVIPs who are going to X place will be inconvenienced a little. Tell me, having handled these situations yourself, will VVIPs inconvenience themselves a little bit to manage their own security and stop bothering the people? Will they?
Never.
The decision on this is not of the VVIP, but those who control the affairs on the road.
Who do they report to?
Security, traffic, everything put together.
So who do they report to?
It is not the VVIP's concern. It is totally the concern of the police.
So can
be it the security, be it the intelligence, be it the traffic.
Is it?
Now,
I thought
it is their headache how to do it.
No.
And it is a lot of exercise that goes into, deciding on the routes. We have begged the government not to have the foreign VVIPs, use a particular route during peak hours. That too, the peak hour movement will always be there. This is something that has been asked of the government time and again.
Harish Salve.
Arnab, let me answer your question. There is a PIL which is going on in the Supreme Court. It doesn't relate to movement, stoppage of traffic, but it relates to 2 other related issues. The use of beacons and the kind of security which is provided to all and sundry today. And you've seen the result of what happened in the Pondicherry shootout as a result of the security. In that, the government of India has filed a reply. I'm appearing as amicus virtually in that case. And I filed an application saying, beacons are a symbol of the Raj. It was used by the British who ruled us. We now have public servants. Why do they need these insignias of authority? To which the government of India's reply goes to the extent of saying, public servants are on important public duty and therefore they must get priority on traffic. So if a civil servant is going to work, his going to work is more important than a poor man, a doctor going to work, or a banker going to
Harish,
work, or a lawyer
strength
going to
to your
work.
elbow. I support
this is
you
the
on this
mindset we are going to
PIL.
have.
Strength to your elbow. Yeah.
That's a good point. I actually, you see,
I totally agree with
the
this.
attitude
I would like all
government
these
is going to
beacons to
have.
be, and the beacons are not to be on the VIP car. It is the beacons are required to be on the pilot, and that leads wherever a pilot is entitled.
May I make a small point?
Now this kind of a
the
thing.
second
we
thing
have
I wanted to
fought
tell
this.
you, Arnab.
It is for people like you to come up in PILs and see that these beacons go.
Maxwell
Yes,
Pereira and
I'm
Harish
totally
Salve,
agree. The
can I
traffic
tell you
police are with you
as a citizen offered inconvenience, can I tell you how happy I am at this consensus between both of you on this? I'm terribly happy
Yes.
No,
at this
let me
consensus.
tell you a second thing,
The
Arnab.
traffic police
Let me
functions
tell you a second thing.
under tremendous
Chidambaram.
concerns because everybody else frames the rules and expects the traffic police to do the needful.
I have one point. Harish Salve, before I come back to him, I have one point. You see, when David Cameron became Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, he said that Tony Blair wants these Soviet-style paraphernalia of sharpshooters. Okay, you have the security, you have all these inconvenience, you have big trouble when Tony Blair moves to London. Now, Cameron came and said, this is an ostentation, this is an extravagance. And if Cameron could make a change, I suspect somewhere that it is personal. Eventually it's going to be the top guy who's going to have to step forward, or somebody's going to step forward and say, I first want to make sure people are not inconvenienced. There must be a way of maintaining security without bringing the whole city to a standstill. School children, office goers, doctors, judges, everyone. There must be another way than the way we now have. That's what you're fighting for, I guess, Mr. Salve.
Absolutely. Let me tell you another thing, this humbug about security. When I was Solicitor General, I went to appear in the Bombay High Court to oppose the bail of somebody who had been accused of being close to the mob, close to the mob in Dubai. And I sat down in my room at night. Suddenly, outside my room in Taj, I noticed a shadow. I went and looked outside. There were sharpshooters outside my room. In the corridor in the Taj outside my room, there were 10 gunwalas. So I asked the Commissioner of Police, Bombay, I said, why do you have all this? He says, no, sir, you're appearing against the mob. Next morning, the cop who had actually got the voice samples from this fellow by sort of doing things which cops do, and whose life was far greater under threat than my life would have possibly been, came on his motorcycle to the High Court to assist me. The public prosecutor, who was the prime driving force against this, Rohini Salian, she came in her car and parked it outside Bombay High Court and came in, and I told the police commissioner, I said, if these are the real hands-on people, if they don't need security, why the hell do I need security?
That's a good point.
Mean, please don't overkill like this.
That's a good point.
And P. Chidambaram, when he was Home Minister, he is the one who took a very tough position against Maoists. He is the one who's taken a tough position against terrorists. He jettisoned his Z category and said, I don't need it. In central Delhi, why the hell do I need Z category?
That's a good point.
This whole, I am sorry, I am not very convinced that all these VIPs who need to move need Z category and you need to shut everything down.
Mr. Salve, so many news hour debates.
Not everyone is Harish Salve and Chidambaram. There are people who, and it is Mr. Chidambaram, when he was in the Home Ministry, he is the one who decided ultimately who has to be given security and who has to be, given clear passage. The Z category finally was done by the Home Ministry itself. So he may have denied it for himself, but then he did consider it necessary for those who are getting
because
the security.
you need a change in culture.
The list is vetted by the. Ultimately, the list is vetted by the Home Ministry.
I'm not saying Chidambaram did absolutely right, but then you have to change the culture before somebody can say we changed the rules. Gentlemen, disagreed with both Maxwell Pereira and Harish Salve on so many news hour debates tonight. Mr. Salve, I lose count of the number of debates where I've disagreed with you. On this, we completely agree with you. In a country where children, office goers, and people who are going for operations have paid with their lives for not reaching on time because of security, there's no more important debate than whose right or way this is. Gentlemen, I thank you for this debate tonight. I thank you for this chat tonight. Thank you so much. And tell us what you think of the point Harish Salve makes and the bigger debate this country needs to have on the VVIP culture. We'll put your voice on air. Thank you for watching the News Hour tonight. Be back tomorrow, same time. Ladies and gentlemen, good night and goodbye.